Right, guys, welcome back for another video. So Treyarch just dropped the intro cutscene for the Call of the Dead remaster. The intro cutscene is called A Light in the Darkness. I wanted to kind of play it for you guys and then kind of discuss some of my ideas. I also watched other YouTubers because, you know, why limit this to just my ideas when I can see what other people are thinking as well. And I wanted to share that with you as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'm going to play the trailer. Super excited for DLC 4, and hopefully you guys are too. Let's get into it. So of course, we start off with that hand that we saw in that teaser, and I like how we see those teaser snapshots throughout this intro.
Oh my. Someone's been busy.
Your journeyman pal asked if we wanted to live. This don't feel like living.
Calm down, everybody. Everything's fine. Or going to be fine. Okay?
And the music in this is spot on. A couple other people have pointed that out. I totally agree. The music is awesome. Treyarch, your sound design team, they did an amazing job with this.
My friends, old and new.
Here we go, the Frozen Forest, the celebration we saw in the teaser as well. Awesome stuff.
Element 115, Group 935, the Helping Scourge, the MPD, the Apothecons. All of it will soon be gone. But tonight, we celebrate.
We got a whole bunch of maggot feeders headed downstairs, and we ain't got no weapons.
Yes! I'm telling them now, but they're all a teensy bit grumpy because they just woke up.
Hey, Stu, you want to be a bit more specific about what the voice in your head is actually saying?
Dr. Minty? What? Is he like a bad guy?
Reference to Dr. Monty, so now they kind of know.
We gotta go.
The portal opens up. Down, and that should be the end of the trailer, right? There we go. So this map is supposedly coming out on a Monday, which is different, on the 23rd, which is interesting. So this is going to buffer for a little bit, which is okay. I can still kind of talk it, and hopefully it loads. So there's a couple things that came to mind. So the first thing, you know, obviously Victor's crew has been let out. I think that they are, you know, after this point, they're going to be going to transit, die, rise, and bury to light the towers to somehow give our crew more power. Now, and the question kind of is who are they lighting these towers for? And I think it's between Primus Nikolai and Ultimus Richthofen. And now, I've been thinking about it back and forth which one it would be, and I'm kind of leaning more towards Ultimus Richthofen. I think Nikolai, you know, he's done a lot of planning. He's had the Chronorium, but when it came to Black Ops 2 and the storyline of lighting the towers, that was more kind of focused on Ultimus Richthofen and Maxis. And they could switch it up and have this be Nikolai's thing now, but there's a shot in this cutscene, if you go back to where they're having the campfire, just Ultimus Richthofen, he looks like he's up to something. It's gonna play, and hopefully I can pause at the right time, but this dude just looks like he's up to some bad business. So I'm gonna turn down the volume. Turn down the volume for you guys. And who knows, you know, this could all be Nikolai's plan, you know, Nikolai getting the Victus crew to light the portals, like right there. This dude looks like he's right there. He looks like he's up to something. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just got the bias because he's done all these things all these years. But looks like he's up to something. There's something else going on here, and I think he's gotten them to light the towers in his favor to somehow betray the group once they defeat Dr. Monty, because really, Nikolai, what he's planned to do is he's the one with a soul, and obviously you need a soul to fight Dr. Monty, because when they were in the cycle, Dr. Monty would want them to lose, take their souls, so they wouldn't have souls. But this time around, Nikolai has his soul, and it's just interesting. It's also, at the end of that cutscene, it said that the Great War Richthofen said that the blood wouldn't be needed anymore at the end of the Blood of the Dead cutscene, and he chucked the blood vials on the ground and gave Nikolai the chronorium. And that portal opening up, I don't see how Nikolai could do that in any way. I just don't, unless there's some power with the chronorium that we don't know about. But the opening of that portal, I just feel like that's Richthofen, and I feel like that voice inside of Stuhlinger's head, although it could be Primus Nikolai, and I'm not ruling that out, I do think it's Ultimus Richthofen. I think Ultimus Richthofen has something planned. Now, who knows? Maybe they go like a duality style of when you're the transit characters, the Victus characters, you can choose whether you do the light the towers in favor of Ultimus Richthofen or Primus Nikolai, and maybe you would kind of have two endings. I mean, they could do that. I personally wouldn't be a fan of that. They could have one ending where Richthofen, where you win, but Richthofen betrays the group, and then you could have an ending where you win as Nikolai, but you're able to realize that Richthofen has been trying to betray you and kind of shut Richthofen down. So that's just an idea, but I would much prefer just a one clear-sided ending, and I do just have a feeling that Richthofen is going to betray the rest of the group. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and actually Mr. Waffles Milo has mentioned, was that he was thinking with the Origins Easter egg, you would do the Vorkuta steps, and you would do that in favor of Samantha to free her from Morgotha. And in the end cutscene, she says, "Next time, Eddie, next time it will be your turn." And it was Milo's idea. This was not my idea at all. I just want to make that clear. It was his idea that maybe this is Eddie's turn, and that in the Call of the Dead remaster, we will be kind of doing an Origin-style Easter egg where we follow the voice of Eddie, because Milo pointed out there's no sign of Eddie or Samantha in this cutscene whatsoever, which is kind of interesting. And but there's a couple other things I wanted to point out, like that the Shadow Man is now in the, and I'm going to rewind this so I got more time to talk. The Shadow Man is still in the, sorry, I'm going to replay this. The Shadow Man is still in the Summoning Key. He's been in there for a while, and in Revelations, he was released, and that allowed for the whole battle to take place and for Monty to kind of reset the cycle. So the Shadow Man in that case, people don't know if Dr. Monty wanted him to be in there, because in the cutscene he said, I didn't even know he was in there. But we don't know if that was a lie, if he wanted it to be set up. But this time around, we got the Shadow Man in the Summoning Key, and I think that is going to play in our crew's favor in the final battle against Dr. Monty. When it comes to extra items, we have the Elemental Shard. We got one half of it. The other half is going to be in Call of the Dead, the VR11. We have the Chronorium. We have the Summoning Key, which has the Shadow Man in it, which I think is going to be really, really key. And we still need the Golden Rod. Now, I'm wondering, some people are thinking the Victus crew already has it. And that's possible that one of them has it inside of the crowd chamber. Or it's possible that maybe in this alternate universe that the Victus crew picks it up throughout Transit, Die Rise, or Buried. I think Buried, just the idea of having a buried town with buried secrets, having the Golden Rod buried there somewhere, that'd be kind of cool. But then again, it could all just be simple, and it could be already in Call of the Dead. Lots of interesting things to think about. And I am disappointed that it was an animated cutscene. I would have liked a live-action cutscene, but this is what we got. Treyarch's budget's been cut, and their team is kind of smaller now because they're rushed to work on Black Ops 5. Because Sledgehammer's kind of out of the picture now. And this is what we got. I just hope, I really, really hope that we have a live action for the outro cutscene, because that's what I would prefer. And it's interesting, his glasses flashed white there. It just made me think of the white eyes on Alpha Omega, but that's probably nothing. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Map comes out in 2 weeks on a Monday, which is very, very interesting. Maybe they got something else planned for Tuesday. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. And yeah, like, subscribe for more content. I'm going to be covering this map, and I'll see you guys in the next one.